Alright, what's up guys? So lately I've been getting a lot of DMs, a lot of YouTube comments, a lot of Twitch chats, stuff like that, asking about what settings I run, certain stuff like what's your vibrance out, what stretch res do you play, what's your mouse sense, just basic stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm making this video kind of like a settings video that I can send them directly to this video when they ask me in Twitch chat, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm basically going to be covering everything. So in-game settings, the video settings, monitor settings, mouse settings, literally everything, peripherals. I'm gonna try to do my best to explain why I use what I use. So yeah. Alright, so we're gonna start with the in-game settings real quick. We're gonna go mouse and keyboard because I feel like that's what everyone wants to know, so we'll get that out of the way. Mouse sensitivity, I run 2.4 in-game with 400 DPI. I found this is the best sense. I've tried a lot of sensors in the past, but I feel like this is the best sense for me personally. 400 DPI, I play that because I used to play 500 DPI. I've always played like a lower end DPI. I'm not really sure, but I played 500 DPI and I lowered it to 400 because 500 is a bit of a weird number. Usually people play 400 or 800. So yeah, lowered it to 400. Made my sense 2.4. I really like it. It's on the lower side. So yeah, but I still like it. I still feel like I can flick around and stuff like that, but I can also track really, really good. So yeah, definitely top sense for me. I know I've played senses in the past. I've like tried high DPI. I've tried like 1600 DPI. Don't really like it too much because in the death boxes and stuff like that, it's just a little hard to loot. But yeah, ADS I play on 1.0. Haven't really touched that. Mouse acceleration off, mouse invert off, lighting effects on. Now my keybinds, most of it's default, but there is some exceptions, so I'll go through those real quick. So default movement. Crouch I have a C to super glide, and then crouch hold I play hold. So my main crouch is left control on hold, so I don't play toggle, I play hold with left control. A lot of people ask me what my crouch button is, so left control. Tactical ability Q, ultimate Z, interact E, pretty sure those are all default. Inventory tab, map H, I'm pretty sure map isn't default, I think I changed that, but yeah. Toggle fire mode N, aim down sight I use hold. My melee is mouse button 4. Now the reason why it's mouse button is because back in the day there was a glitch where you could zip line and then melee and then get back on the zip and then melee again, and like speed melee kind of. It was really, really broken. And I used to do it all the time, so that's why I used to do that. That's why it's on that bind, I should say. But yeah, I haven't really changed it. Haven't really felt the need to. Reload is default R. Primary weapon is 1, secondary is 2, holster weapons is 3, grenades are 4, heat shields and stuff like that is left alt. Healing items like shield bats and stuff is on my mouse button as well, mouse button 5. Inspect weapon is Y, a lot of people ask that. Pretty sure default's N, but I don't know why, just works a lot better for me than N. I'm not really sure why. I don't know why I changed it to Y, I'm not sure what game has it on Y, but I don't know, it's Y. Emote wheel, F1, ping, F. Push to talk is on T. Yeah, it's basically it for the mouse and keyboard. We're going to go over to video. Display mode, I play full screen. Definitely want to be playing full screen. Don't touch anything else. Everything else other than full screen gives you input delay, I'm pretty sure, so just keep it on full screen. Aspect ratio, I play 16 by 10, and then my resolution is 1680 by 1050 stretch res. So I don't know, I've always kind of liked stretch res in other games like Fortnite and stuff like that I used to play. Definitely just been running stretch res the whole time. But no, it just makes the game a lot more enjoyable to play, a lot easier to look at for me for some reason. I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm going faster as well. It makes me feel like I have better movement. But yeah, it makes the enemies a little bit like wider, so I can see them more easily. A couple downsides to stretch res though is that the enemies look like they're going faster, and it's a lot harder to like track them. Because you have your horizontal FOV lowered as well. Yeah, I've tried a bunch of stretch res in the past. Tried 1728 by 1080. Didn't really like it. I liked it, but this is definitely way better. I played 1440 by 1080 at one point. That was way too stretched, but and I still ran it for a couple months. This is the best like balance in between stretch and native. Brightness is on 80. I feel like 50, the default, is just way too dark. Like look at this, bro. Like what? Like in buildings and in caves and stuff. Like this is just way too dark. I used to play like 70 like this, but I've recently bumped it up to 80 just because I feel like it really. Field of view, I play 120 FOV. Yeah, I just like having higher FOV, I guess. FOV ability scaling, definitely want this on disabled because if you play Octane or Bloodhound or stuff like that. If you use your ability, it changes your FOV, and then it's a little bit harder to aim. Just basically just inconsistent. Basically everything else is done to either lower input delay or have more FPS. So VSync disabled, NVIDIA Reflex enable plus boost. Texture streaming budget, I either run insane or I run none or very low. I heard somewhere insane gives you less input delay. I don't know if it's placebo or anything, but I've just been testing it out. Seems to be working, but I don't know. Texture filtering by linear. Everything else is basically just on low or off, just to get rid of visual clutter and stuff like that. Like, there's literally no reason to use these 4 settings. It just adds visual clutter that you don't need at all. So yeah, that's that. Gameplay interact prompt style, definitely want that on compact. What that does is just like when you're looting around, it's just nice and concise what you need. So extended mag, R9. If this is on default, it has like this big box that you can't see anything if you're like trying to look at someone. So yeah, do what you want. Compact is the way, I feel like. Button hints I have off. If you have that on, it kind of just have like little hints at the bottom, like underneath my abilities and stuff like that. I have it off. I don't know. It's just personal preference. I don't really need it on. Kind of just adds visual clutter in my opinion, but some people have it on just to like show that they play on PC and stuff like that. Crosshair damage feedback I have off. Don't really like having it on X or anything, because I don't really like having an X when I shoot someone like that. I just kind of want it off. Damage numbers, stacking, definitely want that on stacking. Stacking basically just gives you just one concise number that you can look at. Ping opacity, definitely want that unfaded. Basically, if you pin something and then ADS look through it, it fades, so you can definitely see stuff. Minimap rotation, I have it on for some reason. I don't know why I turned it on. I'm pretty sure I turned it on because I played a lot of Call of Duty back in the day, and that has a rotational minimap on. So I don't know, I just like it on. I know I'm kind of weird. I prefer it to rotate, but yeah. Weapon autocycling on empty, definitely want that off, just so you can have more control over the game. I guess don't want it switching weapons on you when you don't want to. Auto sprint off. I definitely have this off. If you have this on, you can't slow walk. Even if you like tap it, you can't slow walk. Like, you're just always sprinting. So like sometimes if I'm trying to like run up on a team, I like to slow walk and have my gun ready so I can shoot immediately like that. But yeah, with auto sprinting, you're just always running, and you have like there's a lot of delay if you shoot you like click your mouse. There's a lot of delay before the bullet comes out of the gun. So jetpack control, hold for when I'm playing Valkyrie. Taking damage, close death box, definitely want that off. If you're like looting a shield swap or something and you're getting shot at, you want to be able to get that shield swap. You don't want to get the menu closed for you because you're taking damage. Like, it's just stupid. But yeah, streamer mode off. I'm not really big on Twitch, so I don't really need to have streamer mode on. Anonymous mode disabled. Performance display on, so I can see like my FPS in the top right. Reticle I have default. I don't use a custom reticle. Colorblind mode I have Tritanopia. The reason for this is it kind of just makes like the game brighter. It's like all the body swaps and stuff like this, or the shields, just makes them a little bit more easy to look at. Subtitles off. Don't really need to see what people are saying when I can hear it. Yeah, that's basically it. Audio I play 52% master, and then 8% sound effects, 4% 0/0. The reason I play such low like master volume and stuff is because I have my headset really loud, so there's no real need for it to be like louder. But yeah, that's basically it for in-game settings. I'm gonna quickly go over mouse settings, then NVIDIA settings, monitor settings, then peripherals and stuff like that. Alright, so mouse settings, we're gonna go down here, type in mouse settings, go up here, additional mouse options. Right here, I play my pointer. A lot of people ask me is I play cross_RL. Yeah, double click that and then press apply. Point options, I play 6 pointer speed. Pretty sure that's default, and then enhanced pointer precision off, obviously. But yeah, it's basically for mouse settings. I'm gonna go on to NVIDIA settings now. So in adjust image settings with preview, I play full performance, just so I can get that more FPS in game. 3D settings, I'll quickly scroll through this while I'm talking. You guys can just copy it because I don't really want to go through it all. But everything in this is done to either increase input response time or to increase FPS. So everything's either on off or like high performance, stuff like that. So yeah, just pause the video, go through it, Desktop color, I play 50% brightness and then 100% digital vibrance. So a lot of people play like 70 to 80, but I play 100 because I've just been playing with vibrance for so long. I just crank it up every now and then, and I've just cranked it up all the way to 100. So yeah, I know I can't play with my game on like 50%, like that just looks so weird. But yeah, 100%. But yeah, those are basically all my NVIDIA settings. I don't play display scaling or anything like that. So yeah. All right, now we're gonna run up the peripherals. Alright, so my mouse that I've used this mouse for like half a year or so. It's really good. I play with the Logitech G Pro X Superlight Wireless in black. I wanted to get the white one really badly, but the white one was like $50 extra, so I'm like, I'm not paying $50. Really good mouse. I love the shape. I've come from a glorious Model D. It was like an ergo mouse, so the shape was a little weird at first, but I really love the shape now. The egg shape, all reliable. Yeah, can't really go wrong with it. Any player who like plays FPS games likes this mouse. Nothing really bad to say about it. It's really well built. No creaks or anything when I squeeze it. I don't know, it's really light. I'm pretty sure it's like 60 something grams, maybe even 50. It charges really quickly and lasts forever. I literally charge this like once every like 2 months. But yeah, my keyboard is the HyperX Alloy FPS Pro with red switches. Red switches are the best switches among red, blue, and brown. They're just the best, undisputably. But yeah, looking to get a custom keyboard with like some really nice switches, maybe some like ink pinks, ink blacks, stuff like that. Tofu 60. If you're into custom keyboards, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I also chucked on some like $30 keycaps that I found off eBay to make them like blue. These are double shot PVT keycaps as well, so like it's really nice material. It's kind of like a mid keyboard. It's like $80 Australian, so maybe like around $50 USD. My mouse pad, I have the SkyPad 3.0 XL. I love this mouse pad so much. It was pretty expensive though. It was around like $200 Australian, so like it was crazy, but definitely worth it in my opinion. This is a very speedy pad. It's a hard pad because it's made out of glass, but yeah, some people say that it's too fast because you can't really control anything, but to those people I say that you're wimps. Just learn how to control a mouse, bro. It is very fast, it's very speedy, not much control, but I didn't get it for control, I got it for speed. My only complaint is that sometimes if you like I have scratches on this thing because if you put it on a surface that has like little like debris or dust or like little like pebbles, not pebbles, like just debris like under it, it can scratch the bottom of it and like get rid of some of the whiteness like of it, because I have it in white, so any scratches and stuff on the bottom you can see through it, and it's just really annoying. But yeah, everything else is really good. Headset, I have the SteelSeries RTX Pro wireless, really good headset. I want to try use earbuds because apparently a lot of the pro scene use earbuds, like you have earbuds in LAN and stuff like that, but the only earbuds that I have are like really bad Samsung earbuds, so I can't really be bothered. But yeah, these headsets are really good, can't complain. These are like top of the end headsets. They're around like 500 USD, I want to say. Sound quality, really good, except Apex Legends, you can't hear anything anyway. The stock mic on it is alright, it's not terrible, it's not great, but it is decent. But yeah, that brings me to my microphone. I have the Blue Yeti Caster bundle, I'm pretty sure. So that comes with like the boom arm and the shock mount and the mic itself. So yeah, really good. I have it mounted kind of like above me, so the microphone's pointing down into my mouth. But yeah, I know, kind of basic, kind of cookie cutter, but it gets the job done. Sound quality is alright. And then on my Superlight, I have Esports Tiger Ice mouse feet for the Superlight, so made for the Superlight. They're fast. But yeah, overall though, I really love these mouse feet. Pretty fast, faster than stock pads though. And then my monitor finally is the AOC 27G2 FHD 144Hz monitor. I'm pretty sure it's like 23 inches, stuff like that. It's not the best monitor. You can definitely get way better stuff out there, but this was cheap. This is my first monitor. I haven't used anything else, so I don't really know how, like, haven't really had anything to compare it to. Also, my camera that I have is like a $50 Amazon camera that I just got, and the way I mount it is I just put it up like on top of my boom arm, pointing down at my mouse. So if anyone's wondering, that brings us to my PC specs. I'm gonna quickly just like run through it real quick for anyone wondering. So I have the NZXT H510 Elite in white, pretty clean, not the best airflow, but it looks cool. And then my graphics card, I have a 1660 Ti, pretty outdated. It's Asus. It's a dual core OC, so 2 fans. Like I said, pretty outdated. definitely have to upgrade it. I'm looking to get like a 3070 Ti or something like that. And then my CPU is the AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, and that has the stock cooler on it, like the Wraith Prism. And then also I have Team T-Force 3000 megahertz speed, 16 gigs, pretty standard, pretty cookie cutter. And then my power supply is just some random like Corsair modular 750 watt power supply. And I also have 3 Corsair fans as well as 1 stock fan from the case. So yeah, that's my gear. I'll also throw up a picture right now of what my setup looks like, so people can wonder like what slant my keyboard's at, how far away my monitor is, how far away my keyboard is, how far away my mouse pad and mouse is. So yeah, there's that if you're wondering. Also real quick, I'm just gonna cover the monitor settings real quick. Now I can't show you what it looks like because obviously I can't record my monitor settings, but contrast is on 55 and then brightness is 100%. Everything else is the same. So yeah, those are my monitor settings. So yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. Those are all my settings. If you have a question that I didn't answer, just leave it down in the comments below. I go through all the comments and I'll be sure to reply. I'm literally recording this at 5 a.m. in the morning, so if that's why I sound a little bit unenergetic, that's why. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.